नमस्कार प्रिय साथियों, सेशन 2 में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। हमने अपने पिछले सेशन में देखा कि हम किसी नेटवर्क में या किसी सर्किट में अगर हमें किसी रेजिस्टेंस के थ्रू करंट की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना हो तो हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं आइदर यूजिंग किरचॉफ करंट लॉ, किरचॉफ वोल्टेज लॉ और मेश करंट एनालिसिस एंड नोडल वोल्टेज एनालिसिस। हमने अपने लास्ट सेशन में कहीं भी नेटवर्क रिडक्शन की कोई बात नहीं की कि हम किसी कॉम्प्लेक्स सर्किट को कैसे रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं। आज हम देखेंगे कि हम किसी कॉम्प्लेक्स सर्किट को उसके ही एक इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट में रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं। तो सबसे पहले एक नजर व्हाट आर द लर्निंग आउटकम्स ऑफ आवर टुडेज लेक्चर। आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग द सेशन you are able to understand about the linear network. You are able to differentiate between unilateral network as well as bilateral network.
You are able to understand the importance of Thevenin's theorem as well as you are able to draw an equivalent circuit of any complex circuit. So let us start our session with the definition of Thevenin's theorem. In 1893, a French electrical engineer Emile Thevenin gave a theorem. According to that, we can reduce a linear or bilateral complex circuit into an equivalent circuit by replacing all the current sources and impedance by a single independent current source, that is also known as open circuit voltage source or Thevenin voltage source, with a series resistance that is known as the Thevenin resistance along with the load resistance. तो आइए देखते हैं. In the diagram you may see that we have a linear network or we have a linear and bilateral network containing a number of current and voltage sources and resistances is converted into a circuit that only have a voltage source Vs or Thevenin voltage source and a Thevenin resistance Rs or Rth along with the load resistance RL. साथियों, थेवेनिन थ्योरम को लगाने के लिए हमें सबसे पहले जो करना होगा लोड रेजिस्टेंस को फाइंड आउट करना होगा कि विच वन इज अवर लोड रेजिस्टेंस। तो यह बहुत आसान है। प्रॉब्लम में जिस रेजिस्टेंस के थ्रू हमें करंट की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना हो वही हमारे पास में लोड रेजिस्टेंस होगा। आइए देखते हैं कुछ एग्जांपल्स के थ्रू। हमारे पास में यहाँ पर 4 एग्जांपल्स हैं। इन एग्जांपल 1 वी वांट टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ करंट पासिंग थ्रू दिस 10 ohm रेजिस्टेंस। So this 10 ohm resistance is our load resistance. In second example, this 40 ohm resistance is the load resistance as we want to calculate the value of current passing through this resistance. In the third example, question itself says that find the current across the 1 ohm resistor. So this 1 ohm resistor is our load resistance. And in the next example, RL is already given that it is our load resistance. Or we will try to minimize or reduce any complex circuit using Thevenin's theorem by a step-by-step manner. So our first step is to identify the load resistance. Second step says that we remove the load resistance RL and we calculate or measure the open circuit Thevenin's voltage VTH across two ends. अब यह सवाल उठता है कि हमें RL को निकालने की जरूरत क्या है।
तो आपने 12th में ही पढ़ा था पोटेंशियल को। पोटेंशियल क्या है हमारे पास में? पोटेंशियल इज पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस बिटवीन 2 पॉइंट्स। तो जब भी हमें पोटेंशियल मेजर करना हो हमारे लिए 2 पॉइंट की आवश्यकता है, क्योंकि कॉम्प्लेक्स सर्किट गिवन है हमारे पास में और कहीं ओपन नहीं है। तो 2 पॉइंट फाइंड आउट बनाने के लिए या फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हम लोड रेजिस्टेंस वहां से रिमूव कर देंगे और हमें क्या मिल जाएंगे? 2 पॉइंट बन जाएंगे जिससे अक्रॉस हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं थेवेनिन वोल्टेज। तो सेकंड स्टेप में यू रिमूव द लोड रेजिस्टेंस एंड फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ Thevenin voltage.
Our step third says that we remove the load resistance again and we replace all the active sources by their internal resistance. If we have ideal voltage source, then we can replace by short circuiting them, or if we have a current source, then we can replace that by open circuit them. Either we have a practical current source or practical voltage source. In that case, you replace them by their internal resistance. Our next step 4 says we remove the load resistance again and we calculate the value of Thevenin's equivalent resistance RTH across the two open ends. In the step 5 we draw the equivalent circuit of the given circuit by using Thevenin's voltage which we have calculated already and Thevenin resistance RTH, and we place our load resistance RL in series. So we may calculate the value of current passing through the load resistance I by using the given identity. IL is given as IL equal to VTH upon RTH plus RL. Both the resistance are in series, therefore we added both the resistance, and this equation is the generalization of Ohm's law. Now we come to the example. In example 1, we have taken the example which we have already solved by Kirchhoff current law, Kirchhoff voltage law, by mesh current analysis as well as by nodal voltage analysis. We have seen that in all the cases the current passing through the resistance 40 ohm, that is our R3 resistance, it comes out to be 0.286 ampere. Here again we will try to find out the value of current passing through resistance R3 of value 40 ohm. So our resistance R3 is our load resistance. So our first step is to identify the load resistance. So it's very easy to identify that our R3 is our load resistance of value 40 ohm. In next step, we have to calculate the value of Thevenin voltage across the terminal where load resistance is removed. So our AB are the points where we have removed our load resistance. So to calculate the value of Thevenin voltage, so Thevenin voltage at point A is equal to the voltage drop across 10 ohm or voltage drop across 20 ohm resistance. If we are able to calculate the voltage drop across 10 ohm resistance or at 20 ohm resistance, then we are able to get the value of Thevenin voltage. Let us see. So first we calculate the value of current passing through 10 ohm resistance or 20 ohm resistance by using simply Ohm's law. So we get the value as 0.33 ampere. Here you may note that we have subtracted the 20 volt minus 10 volt. After that we can calculate the voltage drop across 20 ohm resistance or 10 ohm resistance. Let us see. To calculate the value of voltage drop across 20 ohm resistance, we have VAB is equal to 20, the voltage supply by the voltage source 20 volt minus 20 ohm into 0.33 ampere. This is the voltage drop across 20 ohm resistance. So the voltage at point VAB comes out to be 13.33 volt. In similar way, we can calculate the voltage drop across 10 ohm resistance. So in 10 ohm resistance, again we have VAB is equal to 10 plus 10 ohm into 0.33. We get the value same 13.33 volt. Therefore, our Thevenin voltage is 13.33 volt. Our next step is to remove the all active sources, either it is current source or voltage source, by their internal resistance. So here we have two voltage source. Since we consider them as ideal voltage source, therefore we have removed them by short circuiting them. So we have short circuit the voltage source. और यह भी ध्यान देने वाली बात है, जब हम रेजिस्टेंस मेजर कर रहे हैं बिटवीन टू पॉइंट, तो किसी वोल्टेज सोर्स एक्टिव सोर्स का वहां पर कोई भी काम नहीं है, सिर्फ और सिर्फ वहां होना चाहिए तो उनका इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. देयरफॉर वी हैव रिप्लेस्ड द एक्टिव सोर्सेस बाय देयर इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. So to calculate the Thevenin resistance, our both the resistance 10 ohm and 20 ohm are in parallel with each other with respect to point A and B. Therefore Thevenin resistance RTH or RT comes out to equal to 6.67 ohm. You can directly calculate them by 1 upon RTH is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, and you get the same value. Our next step say that we can draw the equivalent circuit of the given circuit. Since we have already calculated the Thevenin resistance and Thevenin voltage, so we can easily draw the equivalent circuit. So here we have drawn an equivalent circuit. So this is our Thevenin voltage, which is given by using 10 volt and 20 volt supply, and this is our equivalent Thevenin resistance. This resistance is equivalent of these two resistances, and again we have in series our load resistance RL. So now in our last step we can calculate the value of current passing through the load resistance by using the identity we have already seen. So the identity is I is equal to V upon R by using Ohm's law, where V our Thevenin voltage and R is the total resistance. Since both the resistance are in series, therefore we can sum both the resistance. So our current passing through 40 ohm resistance comes out to be 0.286 ampere. So we can see that the current is again the same as we have found out in the case of Kirchhoff current law or mesh current analysis, as well as in nodal voltage analysis. Now we come on the second example. In our second example, we have a complex circuit in which we have seen a current source and a voltage source, and we have a resistance R which is known as the load resistance RL, and the value of R is given as 5 ohm. So to calculate the value of current passing through this resistance 5 ohm, we will apply Thevenin theorem. So in step 1, first we remove the load resistance RL. So when we remove the RL, then we get circuit like this after removing the load resistance RL. So from seeing point A and point B, we can see that no current passing through this resistance 5 ohm. So all the current here comes through the 3 ohm resistance. So if we are able to calculate the value of current passing through this 3 ohm resistance, by that we can calculate the voltage drop across this 3 ohm resistance. Since our Thevenin voltage between points A and B is in parallel with the 3 ohm resistance, so the voltage drop across the 3 ohm resistance and Thevenin voltage should be equal. So we have only to calculate the value of current passing through resistance 3 ohm. To calculate that value, we will use Kirchhoff current law. So to use the Kirchhoff current law in circuit 1, or in mesh 1, we can apply. Therefore friends, to calculate the value of Thevenin resistance VTH, we will use Kirchhoff current law. So we will apply the Kirchhoff current law at point C. So here we will see the amount of current entering at the junction C must be equal to the amount of current leaving that junction. So we will apply Kirchhoff current law. So for EG, we will ground point B. We can see that Vc minus 0 upon 3 plus Vc minus Vd upon 2 is equal to 0. By this we will get 5 Vc minus 3 Vd is equal to 0. Again we will apply the Kirchhoff current law at junction D. So at junction D, Vd, a current coming from this battery, a current coming from the current source 1 ampere. So we have equation as Vd minus Vc upon 2. One is component Vd minus Vc upon 2. So we have this component Vd minus Vc upon 2, and one component Vd minus 0 upon 10. Vd minus 0 upon 10. Next value, after that we will add Vd minus 5 volt supply upon 10 ohm resistance, and the current given by the current source 1 ampere is in opposite direction with the current coming from the 5 volt. Therefore, we will subtract it. So the final equation comes out to be 7Vd minus 5Vc is equal to 15. By using or by solving both the equation, we will get the value of Vc, voltage drop at junction or at point C, comes out to be, so by solving both the equation, we will get the value of Vc as 2.25 volt. So 2.25 volt is the value of voltage drop across the 3 ohm resistance. Therefore, our Thevenin resistance is also equal to the Vc. So it comes out to be equal to 2.25 volt. Our step 3 says that we will replace all the current sources and voltage sources present in the circuit. So we have removed our voltage source by short circuiting them and current source by opening circuiting them, and we will look from this side to calculate the Thevenin resistance. So by looking from point A and B, we will see that our resistance 10 ohm and 10 ohm are in parallel, and the resultant of both of them is in series with 2 ohm resistance, and the resultant of them is in parallel with 3 ohm resistance, and the resultant of all the resistances is in series with 5 ohm resistance. So to calculate the value of Thevenin resistance, we will apply directly summation of Thevenin's resistance. So we get the value of 7.1 ohm. So in next step, we will draw the equivalent circuit of the given circuit. So as we already known, the value of Thevenin resistance comes out to be 7.1 ohm and value of Thevenin voltage comes out to 2.25 volt. So this is our equivalent circuit of the given circuit. Now we will calculate the current I passing through the load resistance RL of value 5 ohm. So to calculate the value, we will use our identity or our Ohm's law. So the value comes out to be I is equal to V upon RTh upon plus RL. So the value of current passing through 5 ohm resistance comes out to 0.187 ampere. Now friends, we will see another example. So in next example, we have to find out the value of current passing through the 1 ohm resistors. So it is already given in the problem itself that we have to find out the value of current passing through 1 ohm resistors. So our first step is to find out the load resistance. So here 1 ohm is our load resistance. So in step second, we have to remove the load resistance to create 2 points to measure the value of Thevenin voltage or to measure the potential difference between these 2 open ends. So we have now 2 open ends A and B. So the voltage drop or potential difference between VAB is equal to the potential drop or voltage drop across the 5 ohm resistance. So to calculate this, we can apply Kirchhoff voltage law in all meshes. You can also apply KCL or other analysis for the same purpose. So first we see in mesh 1. In mesh 1, we have only one current source of value 2 ampere. So the value of current I1 itself comes out to be 2 ampere. So I1 is our directly comes out from mesh 1 2 ampere. Now in mesh 2, we will apply the Kirchhoff voltage law. So here we will see that we are moving from clockwise direction. Since we are moving from minus to plus direction, as I earlier told in session 1 that we will take the minus sign. So this is our minus 10 volt for the given voltage source. After that, a current I2 is passing through 10 ohm resistance and the direction of current is in the same as the direction of our current in the mesh. So we will have plus 10 I2. After that, a current I1 is also passing through the 10 ohm resistor, but it is in the opposite direction, therefore have minus 10 I1. After that, a current I2 is pulsing in the clockwise direction in a resistance of value 5 ohm. So we get plus 5 I2. If you solve that equation, then you will add 10 I2 plus 5 I2 is 15 I2 minus का 10 I1 is equal to 10. So you solve this equation, we will get the value of I2 as 2 ampere. Since we will get the value of I2 as 2 ampere, so the potential drop across the 5 ohm resistance is equal to V equal to I into R. So 2 into 5 comes out to be 10 volt. As I earlier told, the potential drop across 5 ohm resistance is equal to the VTH as both are in parallel. So potential remains the same in the parallel condition. So VTH comes out to be 10 volt. After that, we will replace all the presented current source as well as voltage source by their internal resistance. So friends, you can see that we have replaced our voltage source by short circuiting them, and we have replaced the voltage source by short circuiting and current source by open circuit them, and we will see that our both the resistance 10 ohm and 5 ohm resistance are in parallel. So we will calculate the value of Thevenin resistance as RTH is equal to 10 ohm resistance are in parallel with 5 ohm resistance. So R1 upon RTH is equal to 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 5. So the value of RTH comes out to be 3.33 ohm. In the next step, we have to draw the equivalent circuit of the given circuit. So the value of Thevenin resistance comes out to be 10 volt. Our Thevenin resistance is 3.33 ohm and given load resistance is 1 ohm. So to find out the value of current passing through the load resistance 1 ohm, we will use Ohm's law or our given identity. So the value of current passing through 1 ohm comes out to be 2.31 ampere. So here again both the resistance are in series. So we have V upon sum of both the resistance. Thank you friends. If you like the video, please subscribe it and like it. Thank you.